What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Footballrs. My name's Tony and you can follow me down below at LINEMAN Football. Today's video, we're going to be looking at what another player wears. And today, we're going to be checking out one of the swaggiest linemen in the league by far, Trent Williams. Now, he used to be on the football team, but now he is on the San Francisco 49ers, and he brought all that swag over with him and made a couple changes when he got here. Now, guys, before we start today's video, a couple things I want to remind you about. Number one is going to be, we look at all the comments for these videos. So he is on here because you guys voted for him. Check out all the comments here. Lots of people wanted to see this guy. Number two is going to be, if you want anything that he's wearing, we have links to every single product in the description down below with as close to as accurate links as we can get. Now, most of those links are affiliate links, which means if you do pick anything up, it also helps us out too, so we greatly appreciate it. Now, what we do in these videos, we start all the way at the helmet, we work our way all the way down the cleats, and we give you as much detailed information about what the player wears as possible. Let's jump into it. Okay, the first thing we're going to cover on Trent Williams, again, is going to be his helmet. Now, like the swaggiest lineman in the league is going to be, he's wearing a Riddell Speedflex Precision Fit Diamond. Now, if you haven't seen one of these videos before, we cover the Speedflex a lot, and the Speedflex is going to be one of the most popular helmets for linemen, just because I think it fits guys with big heads better than shut. I don't really have any proof to back that up, but it's just when you see it on a lineman over and over and over again, especially a Speedflex, and you never see the equivalent like a shut F7 on lineman, it kind of starting to tell you there's something why they're always picking it. Another option might be the face mask options that are available on the Speedflex versus the shut. I don't 100% know. All I know is one of the most popular helmets with linemen by far. What makes the Speedflex unique is going to be the hex panel in the front that absorbs impact, allows the helmet to flex, and the face mask to flex with it. Now, as far as Trent Williams' specific model of helmet, he has the Speedflex Diamond, and that's going to be the most expensive. What they do for that helmet is they actually take a 3D model of the player's head and then they 3D print the pads to go inside the helmet. Really, really cool technology, not available to the public. And I don't actually even think that other NFL players can get them right now. I think Riddell's having a lot of supply chain issues from what I've heard. And so any player moving into a Speedflex at this moment, the closest they're getting to the Diamond is actually just the normal precision fit where they mold the pads inside your head. So not as cool for all them, but you know, Trent's the swaggiest guy in the league for linemen, arguably, so you know he has the top of the line. Now, if you do want to pick up the Riddell Speedflex for yourself, the only one available to the public, we'll have it linked down below through Green Gridiron. They have a really cool way to pick your helmet, pick your face mask, pick your visor, customize helmets really easily, so check that out. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be Trent Williams' face mask, but right now Trent Williams is wearing the SF2BDC HD face mask. Okay, what that means is SF stands for Speedflex, 2BDC stands for 2-bar close, which means it has 2 bars here across, and then it's closed, as in that's the eye gap he has here. And then HD stands for the top. You can see the HD has the little bit of the cutout on the top with the 3 bars. Now, he's one of the only players to actually wear the HD model. Trent wears it, Trent loves it, and he's been in very similar models even when he used to wear the Riddell 360. Now, like the helmet, if you want to pick up the face mask, it's gonna run you around 60 bucks. We have it linked through Green Gridiron in the description down below. Okay, the next thing we're gonna talk about is gonna be Trent Williams' visor. Now, not super popular with linemen, but he is Trent Williams, so you know he's gonna wear a visor. Now, he is wearing an Oakley tinted visor. Now, it's really hard to tell with on-field photos if someone was wearing a 45% tint or a 60% tint visor. Now, just so you know, if it is a 60% visor, it's actually lighter than a 45% because the percentage is how much light gets let through. But again, it's really tough to tell. So I can't actually right now. All I know is I have it linked in the description down below. I don't think he really wears a visor for a lot of purpose. He clearly goes with that face mask because it works well with that visor setup, you know, without having any eye guards. Clearly stops him from getting poked in the eye from anyone, but I don't think it's a super necessary thing. However, I do think it looks sweet, so more power to him. Also to note, with that visor, he is not wearing Oakley clips, he's wearing Under Armour unbranded gray clips. We'll have those linked below as well. They're through Green Gridiron, they're like 18 bucks. They're super cheap, really cool option. Okay, the next thing we're gonna talk about is gonna be Trent Williams' chin strap. Now, of course, if he's always wearing the top of the line stuff, he's going to be wearing a SportStar chin strap. That's gonna be this one here. Now, like most other players, he's wearing a SportStar Victory TRex Hurricane with flex adapters. Now, what that all means, SportStar is going to be the company, Victory is going to be the shell style, TRex Hurricane stands for the gel padding on the inside. Right here, you can see Really cool. It does a really good job of wicking away sweat from the inside with the hurricane pattern, and it is antimicrobial, which means it's really good for people with acne to prevent any more acne from popping up. So that's really cool too. Now, along with that chin strap, you can actually see he's not using the regular Speedflex like ratchet lock or cam lock technology. He's using it with a standard buckle chin strap, which means he's using these little flex adapters. This is just how you attach a normal chin strap to a Speedflex. These are gonna be 15 bucks. The chin strap's gonna run you around 34 bucks. Again, we'll have them both linked in the description down below. Okay, working our way down. We're done with the helmet. Now let's take a look at the shoulder pads. Now it's really hard to tell the exact models of these pads, but I think I do have it figured out. I think these are the Douglas 24SW Flat Custom Pro pads. Now this is gonna be our first lineman that has worn a pair of Douglas custom shoulder pads. Now the way we know they're Douglas is because you can see the liner on the inside. All the Douglas custom pads, you can pick your base color and your accent color on them, and that's how we know. Now you can see on Trent Williams pads, he has a red and yellow accent liner, which means he was probably wearing these when he played for Washington as well. Now, a couple things about these pads. They're a really good multi-purpose pad. They're made to be really flat against your chest, and the cutaway shell design makes it super good for mobility, which is one thing he probably wants working with DNs who are kind of all over the place. If you do want to pick those up for yourself, they are $5.29. Now to go along with those shoulder pads, he actually has a custom backplate, and I can't quite tell what it is, so I'm sorry I can't find it for you guys. But you can see this backplate is not a Douglas branded backplate because Douglas doesn't have these corners shaved off, and it also has a massive 49 logos engraved into the back of it as well. So I can't really tell what it is. I don't really have any definitive way, but just see it and know it's pretty cool. But if you do pick up the Douglas pads, you should probably go with one of their backplates. Okay, the next thing we're gonna look at is gonna be the thigh pads. Now the thigh pads is something we don't really talk about with linemen because we're just wearing some standard models. But Trent Williams being Trent Williams, he wants to look as close to like a DB as he can. So Trent Williams is wearing the TreDecals thigh pads. Now these pads are getting super popular with skill position guys. It's a really easy way for people to add a little bit of customization and a little bit of flair to a part of their body that they once never could. With these pads, what you can do is you can actually get custom designs made where they layer up foam to put designs into the thigh pads, and you can add a little bit of like a design, or you can just pick up some of their pre-made ones that come with like crosses or paw prints or other numbers and stuff. Now, you know Trent Williams are going to be custom. On one, he has the 49ers logo, and then on the other one, he has number 71, because that's his number. Now, if you do want to pick these up for yourself, we have them linked down below. They're like 35 bucks, depending on, again, customization versus just off the shelf, but it's something you can play around with. Okay, the next thing we're going to cover is going to be Trent Williams gloves. Now, of course, he's going to be wearing the Nike Superbad line. That way he can get the padded back of hand to give him a little bit of protection, where he gets the magnet grip on the inside. Good for grip, not great for durability when you're battling DNs, but he probably just wears a new pair every game anyways. Now, as far as like one definitive pair, Trent this year has worn the Nike Superbad 2.0s, 3.0s, either the 4.5s or the 5s, it's really hard to tell, and then he's also worn the 6.0s. So it's not like he stayed in any one pair. Every time he changes color, he's actually changed gloves as well. Really unique. Now we're gonna go through a bunch of them here. So this pair, he wore a 6.0 in white and black, and then he also wore them in a white and red to start the year. Then you can see after that, he moved into a red pair of 2.0s, one of the oldest Superbads. I wore these when I was in high school. Next, after that, he stayed in the red, but then he moved into a 3.0. After that one, he moved into an all-white pair of 4.5s, and then he moved into a black pair of 4.5s. So you can see he's bounced around with a ton of different colors, options, and styles. All you need to know though is he's always wearing the Nike Superbad line. It's clearly his favorite. He just maybe has some pairs that he has a lot of sentimental value to, not 100% sure. But yeah, if you do want to pick them up, we'll have the Nike Superbad 6.0s linked in the description down below. I think they're 55 bucks. Okay, the next thing we're gonna look at is going to be Trent Williams cleats. Now for his cleats, he has worn the exact same pair of cleats all year, except in 3 different colors. So all year he has worn the Nike Alpha Menace Pro 2 mid cleats. Now these are the same cleats that Taylor Lewan wore, and it's, go figure, they're both left tackles, so maybe there's something going on there. But these are gonna be a mid-level cleat. I don't actually have the pair anymore, but I did do a review on it if you do wanna check them out. They do have this Menace traction plate on the bottom here. Really cool, really good for durability and for grip traction plate. They are a mid cleat, which means he does have a lot of flexibility in his ankle still, and they offer a mid-level of protection. Now, as far as colorways go, he wore them in an all red pair, he's worn them in an all white pair, and he's worn them in an all gold pair really nice cleats. Now this year, Nike had a little bit of a misstep. They went from the 2s to the 3s. Now, in my opinion, these 3s were a complete flop, and that's why he definitely stuck in the 2.0 Pro model. They didn't come out with a Pro model for the Menace 3s, they only came out with the Varsity model, so that's definitely why he stuck with last year's. And good for you guys, because of whatever Nike had going on, you can still pick up his exact cleats in red from eBay right now for $100. So a really good deal for a much better cleat than the 3s. So there you guys go. There's every piece of gear that Trent Williams wears on a weekly basis. Now, it's super unique. He wears a ton of the same stuff skill position players do, and he makes it work at O-line. I think it's really cool. He's very well known for it, and he's a massive human. Now, if you guys did like today's video, don't forget to go ahead, hit like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Comment down below who you want to see next. We look at every single comment. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you next time.